Hello, you got Nate with Long Range X. Welcome back to the channel. There are many factory-made rifle offerings right now. I could bore you guys to tears if I sat here and listed all of the new great rifles that these companies are building, from steel barrels to spira-fluted barrels to plain barrels to carbon fiber barrels, the different stock options. We have come a long way from where we were 10-12 years ago with Fierce, Christensen, Seekins, Bagheera. All these companies have Ruger. I'll even throw them out there with the Americans and the offerings that they do. We've come a long ways from being stuck trying to pick between M77 Ruger, a Remington 700, and a Winchester Model 70. I mean, if you were looking at new rifles, now is a rifle buyer's market. Not to mention the amount of people that are jumping up and down building custom-made rifles right now. The sky is the limit for elk rifles at this time. All that stated, I want to talk about one particular company, and that's Christensen Arms. As of right now, there's probably not a single rifle company that's as conflicted as Christensen. You either have people that absolutely love them, and that's all they'll buy, and they've got 7 Christensen Arms stickers on their vehicle, or you've got people that hate them with a passion. And I want to talk about some of that today and give my 2 cents. So anybody that knows me knows I shoot a lot of different guns. Customs are what I'm mainly drawn towards, but factory rifles don't scare me any. And we have more than one Christensen. This is the Ridgeline in 6.5 PRC. It's sporting that arc and scope again. And this one loves to shoot. It'll put 5 shots inside of 3/4 of an inch all day long. It's not something spectacular when this gun shoots like that. It doesn't impress me for a hunting rifle. I just know when I pull down with this rifle, I'm going to hit what I'm aiming at. Whole rifle's lightweight. If it was a 10 or 11 pound rifle, I would expect a lot better accuracy, but for what I got it for, it's never going to offend me. They claim 3 shots under an inch, and most of their rifles will do that. The problem that Christensen's having right now is if you buy 10 Christensen Arms rifles, set them up the exact same way, do the break-in the exact same way on all of them, 7 of them will shoot pretty darn good, and 3 of them just won't. I have seen this firsthand, and it actually got to the point, I'll start there, it actually got to the point with me where I didn't believe a lot of the accuracy issues that Christensen was having, because I personally held and shot 3 or 4 of their rifles that people said, oh, that just won't shoot, it just won't shoot. Then I sat down and shot them, figured out the issue. Most of the time it was shooter error or loose scope bases or something silly. And then I finally held 2 Christensen Arms rifles that just wouldn't shoot. So the issue being is what is causing that, and I think it's a direct issue with the way that they're chambering their barrels, myself. I don't think it's a problem with the barrel. I think it's a problem with who's running the reamers when they're chambering these rifles, my personal opinion. We've seen tight chambers, we've seen loose chambers, and I've seen 2 or 3 that just would not shoot with extremely bad first round cold bore shots that were just flyers, like 2-inch flyers. But again, they're not all like that. Now, something that's important to me with a rifle company is the way they handle it. So let's say I bought this rifle and it shot just like a shotgun. It was just horrible at 100 yards. I have directly worked with Christensen. I don't work for Christensen, but I have worked directly with Christensen on some of these issues. And I have always got somebody, either email, through the phone, what have you, that was always wanting to help right now. I have not had that same experience with other gun companies, especially when their rifles were having a problem. A lot of them consider it to be your problem, not their problem. Christensen offers a limited lifetime warranty on these rifles. I think they always have. That might be new, I'm not sure. I don't remember it being that way years ago. I'd have to ask them. But I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to keep talking to Christensen about these rifles and these problems, and see if by chance they'll reach out and help me, to see if we can do some videos in the future of what went wrong, if they're on top of the problem, if they're not on top of the problem. I am not shy. I don't mind asking gun companies questions. The worst they can do is tell me to go to hell. The best they can do is say, well, this is the problem that we had, this was the issue, this was the situation, we've kind of got on top of it, we had a few bad years. Every gun company, Ruger, Remington, the Winchester Model 70s, I don't think Tikka off the top of my head, I know Bagheera did. Every gun company has had a year or two where they fell off track and just threw out a bunch of lemons. And I can't name a gun company really that hasn't had some sort of issue on that line. And so the thing about it is if Christensen will jump up and down and try to fix these issues, I think that we'll see a massive change in what they do with the factory in the future. As of right now, if someone told me that they were going to go buy a brand new elk rifle, I couldn't tell them that's where I'd spend my money. I just couldn't. But what I really wanted to see in this video is I would really like to see some comments on how you guys feel about the Christensen Arms factory. I know there's a few of you out there that have been burnt, and I know there's a few of you out there that have rifles that shoot impressive. A few things I'll give Christensen. I really like their actions. I think their actions are very, very well made. Some people don't shoot enough to notice these things. I really like their bottom metals. I think that their bottom metals are just smoother, you know, than most other rifles I've been around. Christensen makes really, really nice muzzle brakes. They're one of the few companies that's smart enough to thread pretty much anything for a muzzle brake or for a suppressor or a muzzle brake. A lot of these companies haven't got on that bandwagon yet, where people are still just getting beat on or buying a new rifle and having to go get it threaded for a suppressor for these bigger cartridges. I think these smaller cartridges are fine, but a lot of these big 7s or the big 300s, they pretty much need to be threaded if you're going to lay behind a range and actually learn how to shoot your rifle. But there's a lot that Christensen does I'm proud of them for, but they do have to give us some answers here. And I'm going to try to get those answers for you guys. Please tell me in the comments how you feel about this video, if there's a video you want to see on this. But as always, please like and subscribe to my videos. God bless America, and let me know what you want to see in the future videos. Thank you.